everyone in year 2. I hope you're well and you're enjoying your first few weeks back after lockdown. My name's Reverend Graham, if you don't remember me from assemblies last year, and I hope that one day soon I'll be able to come back into your school and do another assembly. One of your teachers has told me that you are looking as part of your schoolwork at the changes that happen in a church during the year, and particularly as the church gets ready for Easter. Now, unfortunately, normal times we'd invite your class to come and visit, but we can't, so I'm going to do a video tour. So I hope you really enjoy it, and when lockdown's finished, you're more than welcome to come and visit it yourself.
Hi boys and girls, welcome to St Mary and St Peter's Church on Springwell Road. I hope you can hear me over the traffic, but let's go have a look inside. Right, here's the entrance of the church. Let's go on in, let's see what we notice. Let's have a look around. This is the church, and the church is somewhere where Christians come to worship and to pray. There are lots of different things in this church. I wonder if you notice them. I wonder if your teacher could pause the video and just put your hand up and tell me and tell your teacher, what are the different things that you notice? Are there any signs and symbols that this could be a church? One thing you might have noticed is this is called a font. And fonts are very often at the entrances of churches, and it's where someone is baptized. The fonts are at the entrance of churches because they symbolize for us the start of our Christian journey. And the first thing people do when they're a Christian is they get baptized. And I'm sure many of you would have been baptized, perhaps even in this very church. If you ask your mummies and daddies or adults at home whether or not you were christened, because that's the same. And what we do is we get people and we pour water on their head saying special prayers to welcome them into God's family. You may have noticed this big candle. This is called the Pascal Candle. Now, Pascal is just a special word for Easter, and every Easter, every year, we get a new candle and we light it, and it represents the light of Jesus when he came back alive on Easter Sunday. You might have noticed these plaques on the wall. These plaques are a special set of pictures that tell the story of Jesus' crucifixion and death, which is something Christians remember at Easter time. And they go all the way around the church. And they're quite often in older churches you'll find these. And the reason is because they were used to tell the story for people who couldn't read, the story of Jesus dying on the cross for them. You may have noticed this. This is a big table called an altar, and on the altar we celebrate the communion. We bring bread and wine and we bless them and then give them out to the people who have gathered to worship. You'll also notice it's purple, and we'll talk about the different colours it can be in a moment. Here's something else you might notice in the church. This is a statue. It's a statue of St. Peter. I wonder if you can see any clues that would help you know that it's St. Peter.
So that was just some of the things you might find in a church. Can you remember what they were? And did you find any more?
Well, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of the things in this church that help people worship God and help people become part of his family. And I hope once the coronavirus has all gone away that you'll come and visit your parish church and see these things for yourself. What you'll notice at the minute though is our altar has the colour purple on. And the reason we have the colour purple at the minute is because there's a particular season called Lent, which we're in right now. And Lent is a time when Christians prepare themselves to celebrate the big celebration of Easter coming in a few weeks, but we also remember the sadness that Jesus had to die on a cross for Easter to happen. Now, when we come into church, you'll notice a few things. And the first thing is, I'm a priest and I need to change. I'm going to have to use my magic finger to do that change. Are we ready? So we're going to start now. Right, we need some more things. I've got this. Well, I'm nearly ready for worship in Lent. So I've got my what's called a cassock. I've got that on. That's my robe. And then I have this. This is called a stole. And you'll see it's purple, just like the altar. So almost ready. But if we're having a big Sunday celebration, I need one more thing. Are we ready? Oh, that's better. This is called a chasuble. And as I'm praying with the congregation at the front, when we lead services, you'll notice that I have pink robes on. That's the colour that reminds everyone that we're in the season of Lent as we worship together. But as we get towards the end of Lent, we get to a very, very special week, a week called Holy Week, where everything goes a different colour. Are you ready? Whoa! Wow, everything's red now because we're in Holy Week. And Holy Week is the week just leading up to Jesus dying on a cross. And we change again when we get to Good Friday, which is a very big day in the Christian calendar, the day where Jesus died. Are we ready? Now, boys and girls, you'll notice something different again. We're at Good Friday. And Good Friday, you'll notice that all the colour has gone. And there's a big cross at the front. And the reason is, and normally we would cover up the crucifix as well at the back, because this is a really special day. Good Friday is the day Jesus died. And so it's a good day because he saved the world. But it's a sad day, perhaps the saddest day in all the year for Christians, because Jesus had to die. So everything is stripped back, everything is bare, and we are very sad that day. But let's get to the big party. Are we ready? Here's another click. Whoa. Oh, guess what, boys and girls? It's what we've all been waiting for. We've travelled through Lent. We've done Holy Week. We've had Good Friday. And on the Sunday, it's Easter Sunday. Yes! It's a time where we really celebrate. And you'll hear lots of noise and fun in a church where people are shouting and happy because we're celebrating Jesus is risen. And what people will say is a really special word a lot at Easter time. They'll say, Alleluia. And it will say, what I will say to everyone is say, Alleluia, he is risen. And everyone will respond, he is risen indeed, Alleluia. And we'll shout it at the top of our lungs. It's such a celebration. We have gold for this season because we are celebrating a really, really big day in the church's year. We also use gold for other big days like Christmas or weddings and stuff like that. You'll also notice at Easter we put the Pascal Candle right by the altar, and it's all lit, showing that Jesus is alive, he is the light of the world, and it symbolises his light in our gathering. And we have a big party, there's lots of Easter eggs, we have competitions and all sorts. It's great fun. So it's a really big day after all those things. Now, there's one more season change because we celebrate Easter for 50 whole days. And then at the end of those 50 days, we have one more change. Are you ready? Oh, Easter's over. We've had a great time. And now everything, the colour's green. This season in our church here is called Ordinary Time, where we just get on with the general life of living as part of God's family until the next big celebration, which comes in the autumn. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed being at church. We better go back to my study and finish this video off. Ready?
We're back. Well, that was a lot of fun. I hope you've discovered a little bit how church changes during Easter and during the year, where we go from ordinary time to Advent to Christmas to Lent to Easter and back to ordinary time again. I hope you have a really good Easter, and that just if you get the chance to go to a church, you'll just see some of those changes. I hope to be in school with you soon, Year 2. God bless and have a lovely week.